Hi, I'm Mona Malik, Assyrian Aid Society of America. I'm one of the directors that traveled to northern Iraq this year, and in the next few minutes, I'll take you through a quick tour of our journey as well as the Assyrian Aid Society projects we visited before I hand the mic over to our president, Narsai David, who will tell you about our upcoming event on November 13th, Narsai's Taste of the Mediterranean. But first, I want to show you the beauty of the country and the areas we visited. 30 minutes outside of Duhok is Khanis, where King Sennacherib initiated massive building projects. The monastery of Rabban Hormuz sits above Al-Qosh and overlooks the Nineveh Plains. We reached the ruins of Shindocha by traveling 20 minutes above Duhok on Shindocha Mountain by car, and then we hiked down for 45 minutes to arrive at the carvings that contain the images of ancient Assyrian gods. And the view from Shindocha is just breathtaking. I couldn't believe that we were so close to and actually touching 2,700-year-old Assyrian history in its original place. One of the earliest projects of Assyrian Aid Society was the planting of thousands of apple trees in the Nineveh Plains. In the years 2007 and 2008, 2 children received needed medical treatment. The Assyrian Aid Society continues to serve those who remain displaced in northern Iraq. Assyrian Aid Society has been an integral part of the refugee relief since the Gulf War of 1991. Construction projects such as this water project in Telescofe improve the lives of Assyrians in our homeland. The group of very dedicated women working at the Assyrian Women's Union run 2 daycare centers, one in Erbil, one in Duhok, and they provide a safe, very clean, and nurturing environment for these children while their parents are at work, and they have a great reputation in the area. Assyrian Aid Society has established and maintains pharmacies and health clinics in cities such as Sarsank, Alkosh, Telescofe, Batnaya, and Karamlis. Through the help of IMC, in 2008, we were able to deliver $1.6 million worth of medicine to Erbil to be distributed to the pharmacies, followed by a container of medical supplies. We are committed to providing Syrian, Chaldean, Syriac students in the homeland with the best possible education taught in our own Assyrian language. Assyrian Aid Society provides transportation for children from remote villages to schools in Duhok, Erbil, Kirkuk, and the Nineveh Plain. Supplement teacher salaries for those not normally employed by the government. It was wonderful to see the beaming faces of these children. You could tell they appreciate the opportunities they've been given. And it feels great to be part of that process. Computer labs remain in big demand, and we try to provide them as much as we can in every school. But without the generous donation of organizations such as the AUA Foundation in Chicago and the Mutwa in Chicago, we wouldn't be able to accomplish that. This year alone, the AUA Foundation has funded two very important projects. One is the textbook translation project, and the other one is the dormitory renovation. In July of this year, the Assyrian Aid Society of Iraq began a major renovation of the Narsai M. David Student Dormitory in Duhok. The structure's plumbing was in need of repair and system-wide upgrading. One of the projects we need to complete in the near future is the addition of 3 classrooms at the Hizanki Primary School in Nahla. Since we were there 2 days before Easter, the aroma of galecha was in the air everywhere. That was a great day. There are no words to describe the feeling of sharing this Chadni Sunday with 40,000 other Assyrians at the same time. And now I give you Narsai David.
The 9th annual Narsai Taste of the Mediterranean is coming up at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in just a couple weeks. We're going to relive the memories of Narsai's restaurant in Berkeley. Yep, I want to bring back all of the old favorites, like the Assyrian rack of lamb, the duck liver pate, chocolate decadence, all recipes that were created and developed at Narsai's restaurant. There are lots of memories there indeed. We have wines from Mum Napa Valley, from Minor Family Vineyard, from Dariush Winery, from Charles Krug Winery, and who knows, there may be a couple others slipped in there as well. By the way, this benefits the Assyrian Aid Society of America. We're helping to rebuild schools in Iraq, and the Assyrians are the Christian minority in Iraq. So the work continues, and these events at the Ritz-Carlton are just marvelous. They start with a champagne hour and lots of fascinating hors d'oeuvres. There's a small silent auction, and yes, with the dinner, there's an unusual live auction, too. There are only 10 items. They're fascinating and they're wonderful, and I think you may want to take a look at those as well. There will also be a talk by Donnie George. He's the former director of the Iraqi Museum and, in fact, the director of Iraqi Antiquities. He's now teaching at Stony Brook in New York, and he will cover what happened before, during, and after the war and how it's slowly rebuilding the treasures in the Iraqi Museum. I'm Narsai David, and we'll post a link to this event on our website at kcbs.com.